Hello and welcome to Wild Heart Yoga Holistic Healing. I am Hannah Ray, and today I have for you a short feel-good Yin Yoga class that is intended to address the overlap between our mental health and our physical health or wellness or chronic pain. So this class is intended to target some of those common areas where we hold emotional energy or experience chronic pain, as well as incorporate a component of mindfulness in order to help get you out of the head and into the body more, and to learn to get more distance from your thoughts and have better leadership over your thoughts and emotions. So if you're ready, grab a mat and let's get to it.
Hello and welcome to today's Yin Yoga Therapy class. Let's get started today, seated at the center of the mat in any comfortable position where you can sit with a tall spine. Find a gentle gaze with the eyes, or maybe invite them to close now. And before we get started, let's just get settled in here. Beginning to notice how we're feeling before this class begins. Scanning through the body for physical sensations. Noticing the state of your mind and emotions. I'd invite you to now place one hand on the chest and one on the low belly, under the belly button. Begin to just notice the natural rhythm of your breathing. Noticing the rise of every inhale and the fall with each exhale. Notice the quality of your breath. And what areas are being expanded with your inhale? Before we get into our poses today, I'd invite you to join me in practicing a few of our Ujjayi breaths. This is a breathing technique that helps calm our nervous system and take us even deeper into our poses throughout our practice. So as you inhale through the nose, imagine drawing that breath into the low belly space where your lower hand is resting. And when we exhale, we're going to release it from the back of the throat with a slight constriction, making that ocean wave-like sound. Inhale, feeling the low belly. Feeling it rise, and exhale it away, releasing tension, allowing all the air to leave the lungs. Again, inhale as you lengthen through the spine, and exhale fully and slowly as you notice the sits bones grounding to the earth beneath you. Go ahead and release the breath now. Once again, just observing its natural rhythm. And when you're ready, gently allow the eyelids to open. All right, we are going to get into our first asana of the day, which is a gentle sit and reach. So you can either stay cross-legged or with one leg in front of the other. Then we're going to inhale, lengthening through the spine, maybe sitting on the edge of a cushion or pillow if you're having trouble sitting tall here. And as you exhale, we're going to begin to fold from the hips, reaching that chest forward. Now, if you have any low back pain at all, you're going to stay with the straight back, maybe using a bolster or something upright to rest your forehead onto. But if you don't have that back pain, then as we inhale again, lengthen through the spine once more. As you exhale, allow the chest and forehead to reach toward the ground. Maybe you want to rest onto a pillow or a bolster. And maybe you're going to rest on the elbows, or if your forehead can reach the mat, maybe your arms are extending ahead, reaching through the shoulders as well. Be sure to listen to your body In Yin Yoga, we want to find that place where we are at our edge. We feel an effective stretch happening, an effective sensation, without it causing pain. And once we find that edge, we seek stillness there, bringing a mindfulness into our practice as we go into the body. In your own time, you can gently begin to walk the hands toward the direction of whichever leg is on the bottom. So if your right leg is on top, then you're moving the hands to the left and vice versa. Just taking this a little deeper into that side and hip now, maybe the low back. Inhale into the low belly as you breathe in relaxation to the body. Each exhale, imagine that tension melting away. Drawing every inhale into those areas of tension or stiffness. And exhaling, surrendering deeper to the pose. Energy flows where attention goes. Awesome job. When you are ready, gently walk the hands back to the center and roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. We're just going to switch which leg is in front now if you're sitting cross-legged in order to keep the hips even. So let's inhale as we lengthen through the spine once more. And with your exhale, begin to fold from the hips, going as far as you comfortably can without pain today. Scan through the body as you relax any unnecessary tension, letting go of any resistance in the mind or the body, allowing yourself to be fully present here right now, aware of what your body is asking for. Inhale, filling the low belly. And exhale, letting it all go. On your next exhale, gently begin to walk your hands opposite direction of whichever way you went the first time. Going into the other side, body and hip now. Inhaling deep into those areas of stiffness. Exhale, letting go, feeling this gentle release through the low back, through the hips. Just a little bit longer here. Stay connected with that breath, allowing it to be your anchor to this present moment. Great job. When you are ready, gently walk the hands back to the center once more. Roll the spine back up one vertebrae at a time. And gently make your way onto your back for a short rebound. Maybe gently tucking the shoulders down and back, palms facing the sky. And begin to scan through the body, relaxing everything. Feeling the echo of the pose. In Yin Yoga, we are working specifically with the fascia, which is very slow to move and release. So these rebounds are really important to allow the fascia to safely come back slowly in its own time, as well as this being a great opportunity to practice bringing mindfulness into the practice as you notice how the poses affect our bodies and minds. All right, in your own time, gently turn onto your left side and meet me in tabletop for our next pose. When you're ready, step your right foot forward to the front of the mat. Left knee is staying down on the mat. Lift the chest up, and here we want to make sure that we are tucking our hips under, pulling our belly button into the spine. So we're pressing that pelvis forward. Inhale as you lengthen through the spine. With your exhale, begin to shift the hips forward, allowing them to sink down. Feeling this deep stretch through the hip flexor and psoas, maybe into the quad. And feel free to take any micro adjustments here. Maybe shifting the hips side to side slightly, making sure they're squared to the front of the mat. Maybe moving the hips forward or back a little bit. Figure out how this pose best serves your body and your unique needs, and then settle into the stillness once again. Inhale deep into that low belly space. And exhale fully and slowly, letting go of resistance, maybe sinking a little deeper into this baby dragon pose. Many people store emotional energy in the hips, the psoas, and quad areas. So if any emotions come up for you today and surprise you, just come back to the breath, trying not to engage any associated thoughts, but coming back to that anchor, releasing any emotions that need to be released, but not allowing your mind to be overtaken. Just one more minute on this side. Inhale deep into that hip, into the psoas. And exhale, letting go, sinking a little deeper. Let's take just one more breath here. As you exhale, slowly begin to make your way back into tabletop, taking your time. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and step the left foot forward now, finding our baby dragon on the other side. Once again, think about keeping those hips tucked under, that pelvis slightly tipped forward, drawing the belly button into the spine as you lift through the pelvic floor. And then we're going to begin to shift the hips forward, taking it deeper into the psoas and the quad. Inhale deeply as you lengthen through the spine. And exhale, letting go of any resistance in the body that isn't necessary at this time. Allowing the body to be heavy, the mind to be anchored, present, following the breath. noticing areas of tension. There is a multi-directional relationship between our thoughts, emotions, and physical states. So this is why learning to breathe and shift our focus away from our thoughts and to the body can help us to change our emotional states. This is why, with 80% of the nerve pathways ending in the fascia, emotions can store physically in the body. So this emotional energy can then create blockages in the fascia, leading to chronic pain or illnesses. So when we bring an awareness into our mind, into our body, and that connection between the two, we can begin to listen to our inner wisdom, realizing patterns or behaviors that affect our overall quality of life. And that's the first step to being able to make sustainable lifestyle change. So as we're here and we move throughout this practice, just be the observer, the watcher of your mind, noticing patterns of thoughts or emotions that arise. And each time this happens, gently usher your awareness back into the breath. We have less than 1 minute left on this side. Awesome job, you guys. When you're ready, gently find your way out of this baby dragon and onto your back for another rebound. Once again, scanning through the body, relaxing any remaining tension you notice. And just settling into the mat as you feel the echo of the pose. Alright, when you are ready, gently turn yourself over onto your stomach. We're going to take our Sphinx Pose now. So begin with the elbows aligned beneath the shoulders, palms flat against the mat. And begin to draw the chest up, inhaling as you lengthen through the spine, head reaching tall. As you exhale, allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. We don't want to be squeezing them up. And here you can have the head looking ahead, or gently allow the head to drop down, feeling a deeper sensation through the neck, between the shoulders. Inhale as you bring awareness back into the body. As you exhale, relax everything you don't need engaged right now, relaxing the glutes, the legs, the feet and the ankles. Just scanning through the body, being aware of any small adjustments you can take in order to surrender a little deeper into this pose. This is a gentle release for the low back. Now, if this feels really intense, you can always try placing a pillow or bolster under the chest so you don't have to use your arms quite as much to hold yourself up. Now, if you want to go deeper into the low back, try bringing the heels towards the glutes. Or alternatively, you can extend through the arms, taking our seal pose instead. moving the arms further away from the body to make it a little easier, or closer toward the hips to make it a bit harder. Once again, as you find those areas of tension that speak to you, find stillness here. Getting out of the mind and into the body. Just about 1 minute left here. Inhale deeply, maybe lengthening through the spine once more. And exhale fully and slowly, letting go of anything you don't need in this moment. Great job. When you are ready, gently allow the chest to begin to melt back toward the mat once more. And you can either take a rebound on your stomach this time, or flip over onto your back. Again, settle into the mat, relaxing everything you can relax. Feeling the effects this pose has had on the body and on the mind. All right, we are going to stay on the back as we gently go into our next pose. To begin to pull the right knee in toward the chest as close as you can. Maybe moving that knee left to right a little bit, just noticing how the hip is feeling. As you exhale, begin to use the left hand to press that knee across your body as you look over your right shoulder, taking a gentle lying spinal twist here. Make sure that both shoulders are staying in contact with the mat. And if this is too intense and your knee isn't touching the floor, you can always place a pillow or bolster under that knee to rest onto so it's not quite as intense. Breathe deeply into the spinal cord. Exhale fully and slowly, letting go as you feel this gentle decompression of the spine, as well as the gentle stimulation of the digestive organs. Since our fascia goes in and around every part of our body, connecting literally everything, the blockages in our fascia can have an effect on our organs, as well as our muscles or our joints and ligaments. And with these pathways running throughout our bodies, sometimes the area that we're having a symptom may not be the root area causing the pain or issue. But since it is all connected, as we begin to go through a Yin Yoga practice, releasing different areas, the body begins to speak to us, to show us which areas are holding emotional energy or maybe in need of a good stretch. And so when we take this time to be aware, to be mindful, it is a way of honoring our minds and our bodies, aiding our overall wellness, as we meet ourselves where we're at with compassion. We have about 1 minute left on this side. Stay connected to that breath, staying present in the body in this moment. Let's draw on one more deep inhale here. And sigh it away, letting all the air go as you gently unwind yourself, coming back to the center, releasing the right leg, taking just a moment to allow the spine to neutralize. And when you're ready, gently pull the left knee in toward the chest, maybe moving it side to side a little bit, noticing if this hip feels any different than the right hip did. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, use your right hand to help press that left knee across your body as you look over the left shoulder. Both shoulders remaining in contact with the mat again. Inhaling deeply into the spinal cord. Exhaling fully and slowly, being heavy here, resting with ease. Two minutes left here. Just enjoy this stillness for the remainder of the time. Appreciating these few moments of silence and serenity before going on with our busy and crazy days. If your mind has begun to wander, gently shift your awareness back into the breath and the body once more. We have less than a minute left here. All right, let's draw on one more inhale into that low belly space. As you exhale, slowly begin to untwist yourself, releasing that left leg and finding your way into our Savasana for a final resting pose of the day. Maybe you want to gently lift the hips and roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time in order to really neutralize that spine after those twists. Perhaps gently tucking the shoulder blades down and back. Begin to rest deeply here, feeling your body weight heavy against the earth beneath you. Just following that breath, noticing each rise and each fall. Letting go of any remaining tension as you rest deeply for just a couple more minutes. Begin to gently become aware of your body once more, feeling its weight against the mat. Maybe scanning through the body one more time, noticing any effects that this practice has had on the body or the mind. And if you're ready to finish with me today, then gently turn onto your right side and meet me seated at the center of the mat for a couple closing breaths together. Let's take an inhale as we reach the arms overhead, stretching the body, waking ourselves back up. And exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. One more time, inhale, reaching the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer, as you gently bow down, thanking yourself for taking the time to honor your mind and body in this way today. Thank you so much for choosing to join me for today's short practice. I hope this practice has helped settle your mind and maybe relieve some of your pain. If you enjoyed this class, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest classes and videos. If you'd like to make a class donation, I do accept donations via Cash App and PayPal, and those links are in the description below. Thank you for your support, no matter which ways you choose to support me, and thank you again for choosing to join me for today's practice. Have a great day, my friends. Namaste.